Hello viewers, 471 days of war, and today is 6th day of the counteroffensive which Ukrainians launched in Zaporizhia. The Russian Defense Minister, General of Army, Sergei Shoigu issued a statement yesterday in which he said that Ukrainian army attempted a breakthrough Russian defense with 1500 men and 150 armored vehicles. After detection, preventive strikes was launched by Russian army with artillery, aviation, anti-tank weapons. In all four directions, Ukrainians were stopped and driven back with losses. The combat, which lasted for almost 2 hours, Ukrainians lost 30 tanks, 11 infantry fighting vehicles and 350 troops, while on 7 June, that is previous day, the Ukrainians lost 945 troops, 33 tanks, 26 infantry fighting vehicles and 38 other armored vehicles. But he did not give any list on the losses of the Russian army. In the meantime, Ukrainian assaults are continuing. They are trying to push through Russian defense line opposite Orikhovo in a narrow strip. This information says that this condition is do or die for both the armies, and this narrow strip is between Pubatino-Verbov. In east on Bakhmut front, as per ISW, Ukrainians have claimed to have advanced 1.2 km in Bakhmut area in last 24 hours. Ukrainians made limited gains around Bakhmut, and Russian forces conducted limited ground offensive along Avdiivka and Donetsk. Further, as per ISW, the Ukrainians have gained 1.8 km wide and 1.2 km deep along west bank of Siversky Donetsk Canal, which is west of Andriivka or 10 km southwest of Bakhmut. This is a big gain. Ukrainians also tried to attack Berkivka, and the fight is going on the outskirts of the city. Huge interdiction missions continues from both the sides, while Ukraine continues attack in Belgorod and Bryansk region with some success. The Russians launched missiles as well as drones on Kirovograd, Kiev, Lviv, Vinnytsia, Cherkasy, Dnipropetrovsk, Mykolaiv, Kharkiv, using even Tu-95 bombers. On Ukrainians' counteroffensive towards Zaporizhia, it must be noted that HIMARS somehow did not prove their worth. Drones also failed due efficient Russian electronic countermeasures. And of course, the formidable Russian Federation's aerospace forces and other air power proved their worth. As far as the latest weapons like Bradley and Leopard tanks were of course help, but they are facing their true test in Ukrainian war, being shot down and also helping Ukrainians to move forward. And these testing armaments includes even various types of drones, air defense system, artillery and other forms of weapon which US and NATO are testing in Ukraine. They would not have got a better field, a testing field than this. This is the general scenario of the war zone in totality. However, it must be noted that the devastation of war is massive, especially in South Ukraine, to some limited extent than this in east as well as in north, and entire Ukraine and adjacent Russian territories are feeling it. There are protests in various countries globally against the war, against NATO, against unemployment and hunger, against lack of the basics to live like a human being, against state repression. against extreme exploitation by the capitalist class through war industries, through various other means, and massive degradation of the climate on the earth. Thank you, friends.